41 over 7, guys. Thank you, Ed. Evening, Tammy. Hi, Jerry. Taking the highway home just to be safe because it is pretty cold outside, and I just don't want to take any chances. So there's no leak now. Like, it wasn't leaking. It sat for like a day and a half till they had a chance to even look at it. There was no puddle underneath. I only had to add 1 quart on my way home. So what we're thinking is she's going to need an oil change. So it could just be that she's due for an oil change, chewed up a lot of the oil, and that's why she was leaking. I don't really know, but she seems to be okay right now. So we'll see. I mean, she still has to have more work done. I've got to take her up in like another week or two anyway. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yes, I do drive like a grandma sometimes. Sometimes. Not always, but again, again, guys, this is the one really big trip we take every year, and we do try to make the most of it because there is so much of our beautiful country we get to see and cover. And I really wasn't in a super hurry to get back home, right? Like, I didn't have anything pressing, so it's always nice to take the extra time. You know, check out the sights. Stop for fudge and ice cream and candy and yeah, I don't exactly know, but she's doing okay now. We'll see. She's old, you know. She's old and she's taking us a lot of miles, guys. She takes quite a beating. So we just gotta, you know, I just like to err on the side of caution. If I'm not sure, I'd rather have somebody look at it, see what's wrong, you know. And again, she's got other stuff that she needs done, so hopefully we'll be able to get that done soon. Ask you guys in the comments, those of you that took most of the drive with us, what was your favorite side stop? What was your favorite detour this year? What did you find the most interesting on our drive, either out or back or wherever? I'm just curious. I would love to know what you guys enjoyed out of all of it. I had so much fun. I had fun with everything, so but I'd love to know your thoughts, guys. Favorite spaces. That is very true, Ed. There's only 3 Uranus Wedge factories and no Brahms past Springfield. That's really good for me. Definitely for my waistline and my wallet, because I absolutely love all those places. Although I will say, for having been to all Uranus Fudge factories, I feel like the one I want, if I had to choose to stop at one of them, I think it would be this newest one that they opened in Richmond. And I'll tell you why. It's because you can get the fudge and the truffles and the candies and the ice cream and the merch all in one location, even after the summer, right? So for us, for traveling in November, it's the perfect store because it has it all. I would one of these years like to get to the other 2 during the summer season when they have the ice cream and the hot food open. I think that would be really fun. But, you know, after comparing and really having compared all of them, I really do. It's going to be the one. Oh, yeah, no, listen, I was keeping a good eye on it. If it had chewed more than that 1 quart of oil, I would have probably panicked and gone straight for the mechanic. But she was doing fine, so I kind of just was like, we'll take the detours. Although last year I took the detours too with the radiator, so I mean, there is that. I love my detours. Aw, Jerry, I loved meeting you in person. And I know that Rio absolutely loved meeting you too. I don't know if you saw it, but the pictures are up on Facebook of the 2 of you when we all met. They are up on the page, so if you didn't see them, they are up there. I know. I would have liked to go inside the 9/11 Memorial exhibit too. I just felt really bad because, like, when we stopped, that was during the times they were prioritizing the school kids, and we would have had to wait so many hours. It would have put us so much further behind. somebody would save me if something went really awry. But thankfully, this trip this year has been really amazing. Very, very minor, just the minor thing with the oil. And honestly, staying on top of it and checking it at every stop, I think we did really well. And, we got it looked at now. At least we know it's not anything crazy. And, now we get to go home, which is even cooler yet. I get to sleep in my own bed tonight. Oh, cool, Jerry. I hope you get a chance to see them. Like I said, guys, if you did not get a chance, I think there's 7 or 8 posts on Facebook with photos. I got all the photos from leaving my house until I arrived at the state park in Missouri. And all those photos are out for you guys. We're good this time. But I appreciate you guys so much worrying about me. I really do. I am so blessed to consider you guys friends and family, and it really does mean a lot that you guys have hung out with me this whole trip and worrying about me on my way home and checking in. I appreciate you guys much more than you know, because this is a big lonely world a lot of times, right? It's a really tough place without friends, and I'm blessed. I have been blessed that so many of you guys have come into my life and stayed, and it's just amazing, and I love you guys. Thank you. Yeah, Joss, I'm on the last leg home, girlfriend. Last leg home. Mile marker is 37/3, guys, on 84. So, in case any of you were wondering. We're headed towards Scranton. We're taking all highways just because it's so cold out. And not knowing what weather is between New York and my house. I mean, I knew what it was like where I was, and I know what it's like at home because I talked to my sister right before I left. But I just don't know what's between here and there, and sometimes this is a little sketch. So I decided we were going to take all highway instead of the back ways I usually go. We are definitely going to have to convoy to Branson. I think that would be really fun. And again, I have some amazing thoughts about next year's drive for America's 250. And maybe we can all plan something together. And because there's some cool stops that I want to add into next year's drive that I haven't even mentioned to you guys. So, like I said, we're gonna plot an epic drive next year, and Derek, I'll hit you up. We'll try and hook up with Kentucky. We'll talk to Stitch about it ahead of time. Small water guy, if you want to, we'll all get together and have some chats and maybe plot a route. Do some bummed out because they said that they didn't realize in time. So if we start plotting a route early and start putting it out for everybody, they can make arrangements. And I think that'd be very cool. So we'll have to start working on it. Whew. Man, it's chilly in here. It's because the dog insists on having his window open. Well, you could meet us in Missouri. Who knows? We can figure it all out. You know? Maybe you want to meet up with us for Brahms before we go to the park. 97 miles. I may need fuel. Exit 8. All right. Thank you, Ed, because I think I am going to have to stop for fuel as much as my body is going to protest the cold. I'm probably not filling, well, I don't know. We'll see. I should just fill the tank and be done with it while I'm standing out there. I don't want to, though. It is so flipping cold out. Oh, goodness. The things we do to ourselves. It's like down to 34. I'm just cold, cold, cold. Yeah, I think if we all plot something together, we would have a blast. Oh, there you go, Jerry. That sounds like a plan. So I have extra time. I think I might plan on doing that rather than trying to smash into like 9 days. You know, just give myself like, 12 days on the road like I did for this one, and then like an extra 2 days to get home and situated. I don't know, but we'll have to talk because I don't know how many, I don't know what everybody's schedules are going to look like or whatever, but I feel like I'd like to make a really fun trip out of next year, and it might just take some extra time. Holy bananas. 36 there. Oh, we're well under 65 right now. Going through the construction. 32 miles to Scranton, guys. taking exits for Lake Wallenpaupack again, guys. Now, if you were with me the other day when we were driving to New York, you might remember some of this from the daytime. I don't know, was it daytime when we arrived? I don't know if it was or not. I can't remember now. That's so bad. But we did just drive this stretch of road the other day. We like totally drove past exits from my house. I almost cried, but I didn't. Hopefully we can all kind of hash something out where, I mean, I'd like to take an extra day or two, like on the way out, and then take some extra time on the way back. So that's why I said I'm thinking, like, for me, I'd like to have 14 days, so I have 12 days of travel, like, or 12 days between travel and the event. It was not daylight? Okay. Wow. Small water guy, you got like the warmest weather of all. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you for the safe travel wishes, honey. Joss, yeah, I'm at 33 now. Dropped a little. Right? He's got like warm weather compared to the rest of us. We're all freezing here on the East Coast. Yes, it is. Winter is definitely coming. With a vengeance. It got cold quick. Mile marker 25 over 1, guys. Anybody keeping tabs? Down to an hour and 47 on the drive clock. Although it keeps trying to detour me different ways. So, but like I said, I'm taking highway tonight. So might be a little longer than that, which is why I'm going to stop for fuel. It's probably prudent to get fuel, and like I said, I just feel like taking the highway is a better option tonight. Up to a dusting where I was at too this morning. Nothing crazy. Just a little schmutz. What's up, baby? What's up, baby? We love you, but let's see if I can get you guys plugged in on this other cord here. Hopefully that one works better. I don't know why, but you guys weren't charging right, so I don't know. Hello, Eugene. Welcome. Oh, you got to get different tires, Derek? I used to get Coopers for mine all the time for the all-terrain. They seem to hold up pretty good. Monday night. And I think a lot of people just tend to stay home on a Monday. That's been my experience. Even when I was waitressing, Monday nights were always a slow night. A lot of people stayed home on a Monday because they're just coming off the weekend, you know. won't play because I don't have that kind of expendable cash. So I guess I'll be working for a while. Man, this really added some serious time onto my drive home. I did not think it was going to add this much drive time. Oh well, too late now. Buttered chicken. Oh, that sounds good. There you go. Work for your doggy kisses. I know, I gotta work for doggy kisses too. Rio's stingy. He's stingy with his kisses. Alright guys, so this should be our exit. Stop sign right, Sunoco on left. Okay. We definitely need fuel though, because the light's gonna come on. So, and I think I'm gonna take somebody OUT as well. I feel like that's probably a good idea. Oh yeah, this is a nice establishment. I vaguely remember now. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Alright guys. Alright. Oh, you just hit me with slop. Okay. Mommy's gonna run in too while we're here because I feel like that's probably prudent. Alright, so we're gonna flip you guys around. I'm gonna try plugging you into this battery temporarily because you guys are gonna need power. Beautiful. Alright, so you guys are gonna be on doggy watch. I gotta find my wallet though. There we go, because that's really important. Good evening, everybody. Hi. You plan on retiring? Yeah. Well, no, you're right. I'm not retirement age yet. Yes, it does look a little familiar, doesn't it? All right, guys. I will be back with you in just a minute. Just 1 minute. You guard the truck. 1 minute. Oh, it's cold out. It's cold. All right, so just going back through the chat. Yes, we're going to stretch Rio's legs in a minute. And yes, you're right, Jerry. We did park underneath the flag because that's where I was going to park you guys again to let Rio out so that we're not right in everybody's way. I just have to quick take some pictures here of my odometer and gas receipt. So I have them, as you guys know, and then I got to put my stuff back in my wallet because otherwise I won't know where to find it. This was definitely an expensive trip though this year, gas wise. Okay. Hey, we're in Lake Ariel, PA. I did not know that. But we are in Lake Ariel, guys. That's what the address of this place is. So that's kind of cool. Oh, my nose is frozen. Okay, wallet. Okay, everything's back in the wallet. We're going to turn the heat back on. Okay, and we're going to drive over to our flag and let Rio out. So, oh man, let's see here. Alright, so we're going to park you guys back over here again. Right by this beautiful flag, so I'm going to flip you guys around so you can watch that. And I'm going to take Rio Pate. So there she is. There's that flag. There you go, guys. And hang on, Booba. Mommy has to find your leash. I don't remember where I put it now. Hang on. Hang on. Just watch your nose, please. Oh, yeah. You just hit me with dog slobber. Thank you. Okay, hang on, Bubba. Okay, guys. Holy bananas. Okay, so I'm gonna check my GPS here just because I kind of know what it's telling me. Alright, so this one's to take me 348, 435, 380, and then Wilkes-Barre. So it's not even, that's only a couple miles. Okay. No, that's, I can just stay on 84. Alright, let's get back on 84. Holy bananas. Okay, let me flip you guys back around. Zoom you back in. Oh, and I gotta change your battery power back to the truck so that you guys hopefully get charged faster than the battery pack, because I feel like if I can get this cord plugged back in. Oh, come on. There it goes. Now you guys are plugged in. Okay, beautiful. I-84 west to Scranton, I-81 south. All right. Okay. We are gonna start our getting in just a second. Where's my chapstick? Oh, there she is. Okay. Oh, just one more second, guys. I just want to put chapstick on. It's so cold out there. So if the Sunoco was on the left, I make the right to go back. Okay. All right. Okay, are we ready? Yeah, it's definitely not what I would call a refreshing breeze at this moment. It is flipping cold out. All right, guys, we are fueled up. Good evening, Perry. This one. All right. Here we go. Back on my way, guys. Back on my way. I gotta turn this down a smidge. And cruise control. 60 so funny because I really, really, very rarely take the highway like this. uphill both ways, but I did have a 1.25 mile walk to school. All kinds of weather. I think the worst is when it was cold and it would rain. I think that was worse than the snow. Was when it was actually raining, because then you'd get soaked and you'd have that chill, and then like if the wind would blow, you turn into a human popsicle. Those were the worst, I think. That's why I came in this way. I just figured this was a lot safer. Just not knowing with the weather and with these temperatures, it was just a lot safer to go this way. I mean, it really added a lot of miles on, and I didn't realize how many it added to go this way, but it's okay. It's okay. I'd rather take the extra time and be safe. Yeah, you know what? I used to have a change of shoes when I walked to school. I used to have a bag for my boots when I got to school so I could take them off and wear sneakers. And yep, those were the days, man. That was like the best time of life too, because you really had nothing to worry about back then, right? When you were a kid, the worries were limited. You get older and it's all kinds of crazy. Marker 182/5, guys. Yeah, I had those like duck boots at one point. You know those ones? I know you guys know which ones I'm talking about. They had like the big rubber toe. I had those for walking to school for a while. And you know what's funny is they were ugly as sin, but they were probably like the warmest, most dry pair of boots for the winter that I ever owned. All right, Derek, have a great night. Thanks for joining us for a while. Guys, don't forget to check the social media, because I am going to be trying to post more photos and video clips as we go. I did post almost 200 pictures in the last 2 days, so make sure you guys are checking them out. A lot of them are scenery from the drive, but they're pretty cool. There's some neat stuff in there. At least I think so, and I love to share. So guys, I hope you enjoy some of those stills. But yeah, please check them out. And like I said, I will be turning the photos into videos. I just haven't had a chance to do that with all of them yet. Because it does take time to get them up, but I will be working on more of that over the next couple of days. In between, you know, putting my life back together. So, no, I didn't get to the Aurora pics yet. I did the drive photos from Pennsylvania to Missouri. So the first night when Stitch and I got there and we were all hanging out at the campsite, that first fire pit. So I have, like I said, about 200 photos up from that part. I'll be working on the next sections over the next few days. It's just going to take a little, that's all. And I put like 30 photos to a post. Oh yeah, I absolutely have a lot. Joss had the pleasure of being able to see some of my camera roll, and it's ridiculous, guys. It's absolutely ridiculous. Did I get your good side? I don't know. I didn't get a chance to review all those photos yet, but I'll try to find your best side for posting. I do. I take so many photos because, you know, I choose, you know, certain ones out of the batches, but the truth is that I take so many photos because I want to make sure that I do get at least one good one of, you know, especially group photos, things like that. Oh, you do not look horrible, Jerry. You look just fine in your photos. I don't know what you're worried about, my dear. You look absolutely beautiful. But yeah, so again, guys, I will be trying to get more of those photos and videos up. I've got a lot of media from the last month that I really haven't had a chance to get through everything, so you might see some other stuff mixed in there as I try and get some of the other really cool events, some of their photos and things too, you know, because I didn't get to finish putting up everything from all of the amazing stuff that we've done. There's only one of me, but I'm excited. Looks really good on you, Joss. I don't know. And I do my best to make you photogenic. I do. I do my best to make everybody photogenic. Some of y'all make it easier than others, but we do our best. Try and get everybody's most beautiful smiles. But I do think pink is a good color on you. It looked really, really good the other day when you were wearing it. Wow. They're definitely not doing the speed limit. And neither are they. Just as a side note. They're like blowing everybody's doors off. Somebody felt the need to put their high beams on behind me because okay, it's totally cool. I don't mind. I'm sure all the other drivers don't mind either. This is another one I'd like to brake check just for funsies. Oh yeah, I've got one behind me, guys. His headlights are like, he purposely flipped them on high beam. He got upset because I got out behind the truck. But there was plenty of room, so. I don't know. I very much dislike drivers like that. That have like zero regard for anyone but themselves. On the road. Right? That's what I thought. They were like really zooming. It says police ahead. Maybe the cops got them. Who knows? That would be a little bit funny. sometimes lies. I think I'm seeing little flurries, guys. I think I am. Yeah, I wish I was only going 20 miles an hour. No, definitely not doing 20 miles an hour. I want to get home tonight. Oh, cool. Cool, Tammy. Buc-ee's, what did it say, 250 miles or something? Hey, that's a side trip. I can't believe I saw a Buc-ee's sign all the way up here, though. That's pretty crazy. They do a good business, though. Marker 173/1, guys. And again, we're on 81 southbound now, making our way back home. We got 35 miles to our exit. We're going to go through Tamaqua. Again, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this crazy trip across the United States and keeping me company and praying over me, worrying for me. You guys rock. So cool to know I'm like an hour and a half from home now. Yay! Hello, my own bed coming up. It's so exciting. So exciting to be so close to home. It's hard to believe last weekend we were chilling in Missouri. Made all these crazy stops. It's great. for the rest of the night. Yes, exit 138. We still have 31 miles to go. Last part of the trip. Good evening, Michael. Nope, we're making our last part of the trip now. Last part now. Thanks, Tammy. Yeah, my sister said it was just flurries at home for a short minute. No rain or anything, just windy. So I don't expect any weather when I get home either. It's just, you know, what we get between there and home, or here and home. I took the longer way tonight just because I was in New York, not really sure what to expect weather-wise. So, Michael, no, we took a almost, well, yesterday and today, I had to wait. I wanted I got the truck looked at because I was leaking oil. I had a small oil leak. So I wanted to get that looked over. So no, you didn't miss any exciting side trips. Just a trip to the garage. And nothing major, everything's good, so back on the highway and motoring home now. And about 27 miles to the exit. We're going to be getting on 309 southbound, guys. Side tripping without you. Only to the garage, only to the garage. If I remember correctly, I do. Oh, I love me. I just remembered I have green tea. I had some hiding behind my seat. Always a good thing. probably not wake up till like 10 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah, I didn't think the garage was all that exciting, so I figured we could leave that part out. I mean, generally speaking, I take you guys pretty much everywhere when I make these long trips, but I just didn't think that one was super necessary. Miles to go total trip, 68 miles left. How awesome is that? Getting down to the wire. You'd sleep till 10 o'clock next week. I know, right? Thanks, Tammy. Yeah, I try to keep it interesting. I do my best. I do my best. I always like to learn some things and find new things. You know, when we do these trips. If I have the time, I always like to find something new or learn something or explore a new place. Yes, last year I had to crawl in the window when I got home because I couldn't find my key. It's okay, I have my keys. I found them before I left New York. So I know exactly where they are. Because I did not want to climb in a window this year. Yeah, sure, just... Weather forecast tomorrow in Lower Michigan mixed with snow. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we have snow coming this week in Pennsylvania, but yes, that was last year. Last year, please excuse my language, but last year was the trip from hell. It was really not a great trip last year. And I think that will forever take the record of like worst drives from point A to point B. It just was not good last year at all. Across the board. I mean, there were amazing things that happened, don't get me wrong. But that was probably like the the craziest road trip ever. Definitely will go down in the record books, though. It's one of the most memorable. But yeah, no, I found my key ahead of time. Like, I am good to go. I do believe string. I do believe I had Ed write that down. But thank you for the reminder. So, Ed, if we didn't write down the serpent mound, we need to put that on the list. Yeah, Tammy, last year was bad. It was just so bad. Oh, I was afraid my neighbors were going to call the cops on me. I was like, please don't let anybody see me doing this. Like, I would not have wanted to explain why I was crawling in my own window. Light snow flurries? Okay. Thanks. Yeah, I had the car, yes. So I had the radiator overheating last year. I had the hypodermic needle last year. I couldn't find my key to get in my house last year. It was a rough trip. It was a really rough trip. That was just, yeah, no. Yeah, good vibes. Almost there. Almost there. Almost home. I stopped in New York to get the truck looked at. So I spent yesterday and most of today there getting that done. And we are officially in the last 64 miles till I get home. So, good evening, Adrian. And yeah, so we have almost completed this year's trip. Almost 12 days on the road, guys. 12 days. So it's definitely been a fun trip this year, especially compared to last year, because we got to first of all, we got to see a lot more things this year than we did like normally do on our trip back. So we had a lot more side trips, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm really grateful for this year. I think this trip was just awesome. I was apprehensive though when I left out this year. I was like, man, I really hope. I was just like, I kept telling myself, like, it can't be as bad as last year. Whatever happens, it can't be as bad as last year. And it wasn't. It was actually super awesome because we took a whole new route in this year. So we went the southern route, and we managed to pick up Kentucky and Stitch on our way in. Super cool. Had Brahms on our way in. Of course, we spent the 4 days in Branson and did all the stuff for the Convoy of Honor and the veterans. And then we got to have Brahms again. And we got to see 2 Uranus Fudge factories, drive Route 66, drive US 40, the national highway. We got to see the world's largest anvil and horseshoe and that Veterans Memorial Park. Then we got to see Little Switzerland and the world's largest cuckoo clock. And I don't know, I just had a blast. I had an absolute blast this time. No, good vibes. Honestly, no. Car rentals are expensive, and so are flights. And not only that, but you got to remember too, the government was shut down when I left for Missouri, so the chances of me actually flying out and arriving on time would have been next to none. And then also I would have had Rio, which creates a whole other set of issues because I would have had to find someone to watch him, which is normally Stitch, and Stitch was in Missouri. Or I would have had to kennel him, which I have never done and don't necessarily intend to start now. Or I would have had to fly Rio too, and that would have made the trip even more expensive. So, no. Driving is generally the cheapest and best way for me to go. And especially because I also don't necessarily, like, I stay in the truck, so I don't necessarily get hotel rooms or have any of those kind of expenses. I can travel super cheap this way and be kind of self-contained. So, and I try to do that with all of my trips is I try to limit my expenditures as much as possible, because the more money I save, the more money I can apply towards another event or another trip or, something else that we can all enjoy. No, Adrian, I'm only on the road for about another hour and 15 minutes, according to maps. So, yeah, I love driving. Hey, Dan. Yeah, I love to drive, so that's the other thing, right? It's just, I really do love to drive. I love flying, too. Well, I used to love flying. I used to love flying before 9/11. After 9/11, I hated flying because, like, literally, you have to turn your skin right out. Airport. So we have officially all together driven 100,000 miles in this truck on the road. And no, there is no travel trailer for the Durango. Although I am going to have to, I've decided I'm going to have to look into some kind of extra cargo or storage space or something somewhere along the line here. 81 South. But yeah, I want to get some kind of extra storage or a cargo piece for the back, so I can put like the cooler and Rio's stroller on there. I think the chat's a lot of fun too during the road trip. I think that you guys have a great opportunity to hang out with each other and get to know each other and build community, right? Because that's really what it's all about. You are very welcome, Tammy. I'm glad I could take you to all those fun places. Right? Like that's kind of the goal, is to be able to bring you guys along to these amazing spaces that you may not normally see anywhere else. And hopefully you guys have some fun and learn some new things along with me. And we get to see all these great events and speakers and conferences and rallies and convoys and lectures, and I just think it's phenomenal. And yes, Rio has a stroller. He has a stroller. So actually, Stitch and I bought the stroller for Rio so that I could bring him on the metro in DC, which is part of what we actually used it for. This summer it was actually really great for Washington, DC and Philadelphia because it was so hot outside. The pavement was really hot. And I was able to put a cooling mat in Rio's stroller for him and his dish of water, and so if the pavement got too hot for his feet, he could lay down in there. Like I said, I could take him on the metro that way, perfectly self-contained, and I could push him rather than have to like carry some sort of, because there's no way I would be able to put him in a regular like crate or carrier to get him on things like that, like the metro. And in order to take a pet, which you can, in order to take a dog though on the metro train, you have to have them completely enclosed somehow. So the stroller zips all the way up, so he can't even like get to anybody. What do you mean, poor Rio? He actually really loves his stroller. He loves it. Because the whole top zips open and the front, he can jump in and out like all he wants. He had such a good time with it. And if you don't believe me, watch the videos from Washington, D.C. and from Philly for 4th of July. I kid you not, he really likes his stroller. And it's very convenient for carrying all kinds of stuff too. Awesome, good vibes. I do my best to try and let people know when I'm going on the road. So I do try to post that up on our social medias when I'm going to an event. Sometimes I can give you guys a lot of warning. Sometimes it's only a little. I do not have anything set in stone as far as the next trip, only because I'd like to get home and get situated, and then I have to kind of look through all those event flyers and post up all the new ones. I just have not had time to do anything for November's events yet. And I actually feel really bad about it because I know a lot of people come to our page to look for those events, and I am just so far behind with posting. So used to, so I did used to have 2 physical shop locations, and then I had closed one. I actually closed my last one about a year and a half ago now. I stopped doing the physical brick and mortar stores for my business, and that's just because I was traveling too much, and it was just really difficult to try and get there with my schedule, or if something came up in the middle of the week or whatever. So my store is strictly online now, but I did used to have 2 physical locations. You have a 25-foot travel trailer? Oh, 26-foot. Yeah, I thought about a trailer. I think a trailer would just be too much for me, but like I said, one of those little like cargo racks or something to hang off the hitch in the back, I think would probably serve me really well. Because I can pack stuff up in a little bit of space. It's just, like I said, there's some things that are a bit larger, like the stroller and the cooler, that took up a lot of room in the back of my truck for this trip. And so I had to really be choosy about stuff. There was some stuff I couldn't bring this year because I just didn't have the space. Especially now, like, Rio also doubled in size between last year's trip to Missouri and this year's trip. So he's a lot bigger and needed a lot more room. Yeah, poor Ed doesn't get much notice either sometimes. Yeah, next year is definitely going to be wild. So the mobile food truck thing, I thought about stuff like that. The truth is that the state's laws for food, whether you're just serving food to the homeless or you're selling food for retail, the laws are very different, and it changes. So every city's different, every state's different, and a lot of times you have to have permits and all this other stuff, because that was something that we kind of looked into in the very, very beginning. But it's just not feasible, at least not without some massive funding, and we don't have it. That would require some grants or sponsorships or something like that to happen. And it would also require, it would require a lot of research into specific areas that we would want to use that for. It wouldn't be like something I could go across the country with, per se. Because like I said, the states, a lot of times it's like, I guess it's the Department of Agriculture that oversees a lot of that in the states for food service type things. So it gets a little hairy when you do that stuff. I mean, I could do it for specific events and locations, and I have certifications, things like that. But on a traveling scale, it'd be a lot harder. Yeah, so Tammy, it's the hometown location is the one that I closed last. That's the one I closed about a year and a half ago. I think it was the end of May, beginning of June, before I went to Quebec. And it was just getting to the point, it was just way too difficult. But we're actually going to kind of drive by that area tonight, because we're going to go right through Tamaqua. So, hey, Greg, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. No, String, I do not want to buy a McDonald's franchise. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If I'm going to serve food, it's not going to be that. evening, Jamie. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, having a food truck it's hard work, and it's just a lot of, like I said, a lot of permits, a lot of regulations, and it would be really hard to implement on a scale. You know, like I said, without any kind of funding or whatever, it just would not be feasible. But it was a thought at one point. Yes, it was. But I feel like even though we don't necessarily do like the cooking thing anymore per se, I do feel like we've accomplished so many great things, right? Especially with the donation drives to help out East Palestine and North Carolina and get help towards Texas, and, you know, trying to raise awareness about some of the stuff going on. We may not be feeding people's bellies, right? But we're feeding their hearts, their minds, their souls. And I think that it's still relevant, right? And, you know, hopefully as we grow, I mean, as we grow and expand, hopefully we'll be able to do more great things. But as you know, as with everything, it takes time. I mean, we're only going to be 4 years old this coming March, you know, so I feel like we've accomplished quite a bit in 4 years, and I'm very proud of everyone. Actually, I should probably just stay in this other lane behind this truck, as much as I don't want to. Our exit's in a mile. Oh, you looked for me about a month ago? Yeah. Yeah, the girl that took it over, her and her dad are really cool. Her dad actually has a stand there, and he, as a gift, gave me this really awesome pocket knife. It's got an American flag on it, but it's also got a seatbelt cutter and a window breaker, and he gave it to me as a gift for being on the, like, as I'm on the road and things, to help me stay safe and protected. So I thought that was very cool that he did that. But yeah, if Tammy, if you're ever looking for something, shoot me a message on Messenger. I mean, I'm still around. I still have the cosmetics and things. I just don't sell in a physical location anymore. You have a nonprofit. So we are actually registered through the state of New York. We filed 3 years ago, I think it was, when we filed. But we were, and it took a little bit to get approved because the state of New York was backlogged, supposedly, from COVID. But we did get. No, we don't. Any individual, whatever, that is tax deductible, and you know, we try to be really good stewards of everybody's monies, and that's why, like, when we did the donation runs, like, everybody, we were really, really particular about letting people know, you know, what monies we had. We would take you guys to the grocery store when we were buying supplies, things like that, and supply all of those and those live streams for you guys, so you could see everything getting distributed directly to the people, because we feel that it's super, super important to have that transparency. And so we've worked really, really hard over the last few years to create this wonderful organization, but it's more like a community, right? It's not even, because I always say, it's not about me. It's not about one person. It's about all of us working together and building this amazing community. So you know, this is you guys. This is your hard work too. This is everybody pulling together to do great things. And, you know, we absolutely love it. Love you guys to death. Yep, and they have, and Joss's daughter, they have like the most awesome pierogies. Man, that's what I should have snagged off of you if you had any in your freezer. Should have begged you for pierogies to take home. Next time, Joss, next time. Next time, I hope my care package has pierogies. You sent me home with them last year, though, I think. Was it last year? When did you send the pierogies home with me? Because those were banging. I ate them for, like, the week. You gave me so many of them, I fried them up, like, every night. They were so delicious. Yeah, we're almost home, Luba. Almost, baby. I know. We got under an hour. Woof. Oh, friends. This road sucks. Yeah, in the back, Luba. In the back. That's all right, Joss. We'll get them next time. So good vibes. I am in Pennsylvania, but if you hang out on this channel long enough, you will see that I spend a lot of time in New York. Pennsylvania things. There is a lot that goes on that's really relevant to the rest of the country, as many of us know. And there are some really big things that happen out of New York. I do try to cover as much of that as I can. So I generally find myself in New York at least like 2 weekends out of a month, or thereabouts. And I travel all over, whether it's you know, the islands, or going up towards Albany, or going out western New York. Doesn't matter. I'm all over the place. Oh, maybe that, yeah. Wow, has it been that long since I had your pierogies? That's not even fair. That is so not fair. This is 50 in here, not 40. So we're going to go around this guy. Just because I am still trying to get home at a reasonable hour tonight. But yeah. Not too much further. Oh, Sniffer Joe. He didn't sneak in and out. Oh no. He took his good old time sniffing candles down there in EB, because that was more important to him than anything else. Was sniffing the candles. I know, because we stood out in the toxic snow. Because we weren't allowed to go to our car because he was shopping. Jerk. He was such a jerk. Like, literally took over a year to even bother to come out. Surrounded himself with all people that kiss his butt. You know, all the yes men. Didn't stop to talk to anybody for real. Didn't, you know, none of those things. You know, made us all stand out in the cold and the nasty snow while he bought candles. Yeah, drinking bottled water, not East Palestine water. So, Good vibes. We have several board members in several different states, one of which is located in New York, which is how our nonprofit is done through the state of New York. We had several states to choose from. So when we looked up the nonprofit stuff, it was just easier for us to put it all through the state of New York. But we did have our choice of Pennsylvania, New York, and Massachusetts. Yep. Like I said, we've done our due diligence, made sure we dotted all the I's, crossed all the T's, so that we could make sure that we were bringing you guys full transparency, full confidence in the things that we do. Again, you know, we believe in integrity, and we believe in doing the right thing. And there's a lot of folks out there that take advantage of a lot of others, and we had issues with that. We had issues with the way other places handle some of their things, and so when we created our nonprofit, that was the reason for doing so, was so that everybody was confident and comfortable in what we do, so that we could do those amazing things. All right, Ed, no problem. I kind of know where I am, so this I should be able to do with my eyes closed. Yeah, I got so sick. You know, Jaws, I got so sick after that, after Biden and East Palestine. I think that was one of the longest times I was sick from being down there. And I really do. I think it was because we were out in that snow and had all that crap all over us, being stuck out there. Hello, Wandering. So I was just in East Palestine. Good vibes. I can tell you point blank, it's the toxins, it's not all cleaned up, not even remotely close. You can still play in the creek and have the plumes coming up. I do know the last time, like, what was it, 2 years after the derailment, Scott Smith, the independent tester, tested the soil on Taggart Street, and the dioxins were 6,000% higher than they were pre-derailment. There's folks still fighting to get their settlements and health care, and a lot of them are told, you know, this stuff's not related. People are, you know, doctors are being told not to do certain testing for these folks. It's pretty ridiculous. You know, these folks are still fighting for their lives, literally, and they're still living in a toxic chemical space, and realistically, nobody's doing anything about it. And I don't know, you know, short of relocation for pretty much everybody in those towns, I don't know what to do. You know, and a lot of those folks can't afford to move. A lot of them, you know, have century farms. I mean, it's pretty crazy. But we actually stopped there. We actually stopped in Negley, which is right next door to East Palestine. Visited our dreaded chicken lady on our way home. So that was also one of our fun stops here on this road adventure, so we could stop and visit with everybody, talk to them for a couple of minutes. But I do keep in touch with a lot of folks over there, and it's pretty awful. Very nice. Good vibes. Good luck with that. Starting a business is hard, but I'm telling you, it was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. I actually really love having my own business versus having to go punch a time clock at somebody else's. Yes, it is, Tammy. It is very sad. Those folks are hurt. They are really, really hurting. And I find it absolutely despicable that nobody has done anything to enforce more of that cleanup or help get them out of there. And that's even the current administration. Yeah, okay, we've sent people there to look at it and complain about it and say, oh, we're going to throw money at funding a health study, but nobody has talked about getting these folks out of there. And that, I think, is the most disturbing piece of it of all, is that nobody's talking about that part. Oh, there you go, good vibes. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to sell online, using one of those bigger retail platforms is going to definitely be beneficial for you. It's a lot easier than just trying to sell off your own website. Been there, tried that. Decided it wasn't worth it. So, there is that. That's exactly correct, Joss. The current administration is just as guilty for not doing what really needs to be done for these folks. And that's the sad truth, right? Like, and I don't care what side of the political aisle you fall on. Both the Biden administration and even now the Trump administration is something that's being glossed over, and these folks are still not getting help. Now, I will say the Trump administration has done more to bring awareness to the situation, but awareness is one thing, getting help is another. And when I say help, I don't just mean help for the businesses to go back to the area. Bless me. Holy cow. Oof. Yeah, Jerry, Etsy's a decent platform. I myself use eBay because I don't do the handcrafted thing, but a lot of people that do handcrafted use Etsy, and they have great success with it. Now, guys, I'm going to warn you, my signal gets really bad back through here. I may or may not keep you guys. We may drop off. I will return if I do. 5 years you've been retired from public transportation as a bus driver. Oh, wow. Security work now? Okay. Very cool. And again, guys, if the signal drops out, I do apologize. I will be back with you as soon as I can. But there is nothing I can do about what happens for this stretch of road. We are going to be going down a mountain, so there's just no good way to go home from Tamaqua without service interruptions of some kind. Thank you, Jerry, or Tammy. Thank you for the blessing. That sneeze came out of nowhere. What, Bubba? Your window's open. Your window is open. I wish you'd quit scooping dog slobber in my eyeballs. Okay. There you go, good vibes. wasn't just her, Joss, right? Like the food truck, you know, but there were a lot of those businesses in town, like that lady that did the rubber bracelets that had to throw out all of her inventory because they all got contaminated from being on her property and she couldn't guarantee their safety. You know, there were just so many places affected, so many businesses. Just absolutely awful. I just keep thinking about the water, because that in and of itself was the worst part about it. Is not only did they, you know, they poisoned the water, the air, and the soil. So no matter what these folks do, whether they're growing their own food or have well water or whatever, it's all contaminated. There's no getting away from it. None. And it just makes me super angry. Because the people that live there are amazing people. Back for other. Shoot, I remember when East Palestine was donating cases of water to North Carolina, and I was sobbing my eyes out. Because these folks literally had problems with their own water, but were willing to share what they had with other places. It was just unbelievable. I don't know. It just really upsets me. And I feel so frustrated because, you know, I don't know what more to do. And, you know, we need everybody to be those voices to help, and people forget too quickly. They forget things. I mean, look how fast everybody forgot COVID and the mandates. And now everybody's just going back to life as normal, like it's no big deal, and we just want to gloss over it and forget it. I'm not going to forget that. I will never forget when they told me that I was not essential. I will never forget those ridiculous mandates and the way that it tore apart families. I will never forget those people that were stuck in nursing homes and died alone, away from their families. I will never forget. Never. You know? And I won't forget the people of East Palestine. And I won't forget the people of North Carolina. All of these places that I've gone, these people that I've met and learned to love and get to know. No, I won't forget them. And I won't forget what was done, and I won't stop complaining about it, and I won't stop pushing for change. You know, we need more people to help. I'm just one voice, and I need the voices of everyone to join with. I think if you go to EP, you might be hard-pressed. I mean, good vibes. If you want to go, let me know, and I will help hook you up with some people that would be willing to talk. But I think that if you just go, you'll be hard-pressed to find people willing to talk to you. And it's just because, well, there's lots of reasons for that, but there are a lot of people that don't want to talk about it, and a lot of people that won't talk about it, a lot of people that just want to forget it and move on. There's other people that refuse to forget, that are very loud and outspoken and more than happy to share their stories. But if you do ever decide you want to go, please let me know, and I will get you in touch with some people that would be more than willing to explain to you what all is happening there. People that are super current on the status of all of the things for Norfolk, whether it's the settlements or the lawsuits or the health stuff. So, we are getting to some of these sketchy places for service. I'm really glad we made it down the hill there. I didn't know that we would, but we did. So now we just got to make it out to the other side here to Hamburg. And we were just in Hamburg not too long ago. The camera at Cabela's and let you guys watch the flags. That way you guys can stay with me. I know a lot of you guys really worry about that last half hour or so till I get home. So what I'll do is just flip the camera, let you watch the flags for that last part of the drive back. That way you guys know when I make it safe and sound to my driveway and we don't have anybody stressed out or worrying. Because again, guys, we are in the last 35-ish. It says 35 minutes. It's longer than that. But yeah, I will leave you guys on with me. I like Cabela's. I really like Bass Pro. I was always a Bass Pro fan before Cabela's came along. But I think that's because my first experience at one of those stores was at a Bass Pro. Actually, it was the Bass Pro, believe it or not, in Springfield, Missouri. Was my first experience when I was a teenager. And I loved it, fell in love, and then they put the Cabela's in here in Pennsylvania, in Hamburg, and I used to take my kids, my nieces, my nephews, all when they were little. They have this big aquarium in there, and I would take them all the time. My kids actually caught a fish, and they had a real big bass that they had caught. It was just shy of a state record. And they donated it to Cabela's for their tanks. Good night, Michael. Oh, you're near Buffalo? Cool. I'm up there a lot. Good vibes. I'm actually up your way quite a lot. I have a lot of friends out that way. I actually celebrated my birthday in Amherst. That weekend we did the flag wave and the No Kings protest. We had some awesome friends. My sister from another mister and her husband and mom from Canada come down and join us, and Nancy came down from Canada. It was a lot of fun. Close to home, aren't we, buddy? You know this part of the drive. So you know this drive. We're not too far. He's going crazy. He keeps sticking his nose out the window. He is up. He's like, oh yeah. He knows. Oh wow. Very cool. Good vibes. Well, who knows? Next time I go up, maybe I'll have to do a stream on my way up to Amherst so you know I'm coming. And I'll hang out together. But if you ever want to do something fun, every Saturday, noon to 2, there's a flag wave in Amherst, the corner of Niagara Falls Boulevard and Maple Road. That's my buddy Dennis Gore and his friends. And like I said, they're there every single Saturday, noon to 2. So if you ever want to hang out, meet some cool people, I would suggest checking them out. And they can get you hooked up with a bunch of Patriots out that way. There are so many amazing folks in that general area that do lots of awesome stuff. Been there. I might have to check it out though. I like roller skating. It's fun. I haven't done it in a long time. So far my day's alright, and the fact that we're almost home makes it even better, my friends. Woot woot. So we are officially at the intersection of 61. My signal should stay. Oh, I love roller rinks in general. Wow, he totally burned that red light. totally went through the red light. Yeah, wow. I can tell him close to home. Joss, you think you'd break a hip roller skating? I know. I often worry I'd fall now that I'm older. But you know what? I used to be really good at it, so I think it's more just a matter of getting back in the rhythm. My knees and ankles haven't given out on me yet. Not yet. Maybe in another couple years, but... goodness. I am definitely ready for bed, that's for sure. I am so excited to be going home right now. I mean, in some ways I'm sad the trip's over, but definitely excited that we're getting close to home. Oh, wow. That's very cool, good vibes. I was never that good at skating. I mean, I had fun with it. And I could skate okay. I just was never that graceful. But I've always been more of a klutz, so. Good night, Tammy. I'm so glad that you joined in for the drives and we're hanging out. Be blessed, my dear. I will see you soon. And yes, we are getting very close to home. Going through a town called Portland right now. Welcome to Pennsylvania, where you can be first after me. Often said, everybody that drives in Pennsylvania on highways should automatically qualify for the Indy 500. Rio's got his nose out the window. He knows we're close to home. All right, strength. That would be cool. We'll have to see if we can swing it. Like I said, we're all gonna sit down. You know, I'm gonna sit down with a bunch of the guys and we're gonna see what we can come up with. Oh, as far as the trip for next year. Guys, and we are coming up on that intersection here with Cabela's. I'm just gonna show you guys. There's Cabela's over there. So we have officially hit Cabela's and Hamburg. So I'm going to flip you guys around. Let you guys enjoy those beautiful flags. You might see Rio standing up there from time to time. Oh, he laid back down. He was just standing up a minute ago. But we are in the last part of this truck home now. Not too much longer, my friends. Not too much longer. Yeah, next year's trip is going to be a long trip. That is for sure, Ed. Very cool. Very cool. I need another day on the road. Take care, good vibes. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with us. I said, that was very cool that you passed me, Adrian. Is there something going on in PA I need to know about? Is there a fun event? Or what you doing in Pennsylvania? Visiting? Or I'm just curious, being nosy. Very cool. Just didn't know if you had any special plans or anything. Adrian, it's like I said to everybody, if you want to meet up somewhere along the line, you gotta let me know. I always love meeting you guys when I'm out on the road. You live near me, okay. I don't know where you live, so I wouldn't be able to tell you if you live near me or not. But again, if you would want to meet up sometime or whatever, you got to let me know. We can try to make that happen. Rudolph? What do you mean Rudolph? Adrian, that's more something like, if I'm in your area or whatever, or you're gonna have to message me. I don't know what my schedule is. Oh, you live in Reading? Okay. Well, like I said, we'll have to figure something out. There's usually a lot of events going on, like for the GOP and stuff, so maybe we could meet up at one of those. Those guys, the Berks County GOP, they're always doing a lot. Reading's Berks County, and they do a lot of stuff like out that way. So maybe we could meet up doing something like that. Message me either on Facebook Messenger under SoupMamaOfficial, or you can send an email to SoupMamaOfficial@gmail.com, and I'll get those messages. Like I said, we can figure something out. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I know a lot of times